Hello everyone, Zero Gravity Gamer here, and today I am doing once another KSP video. Now I haven't done one of these in quite a while, so I figured maybe you guys want to check out some of my stuff, something I've been doing, you know, cause I've made some new stuff, well, over the past, year now? So, let's get into this. Okay, just loading into the VAB here. And let's see what we're doing today. Let's see. Yes. My Starship would be a good idea for this video. Okay, let's go ahead and show you guys my Starship. This thing has about 380 parts, you know. The flaps do fold up, so, and also the nose cone can move for cargo. Don't worry about that. It's perfectly normal. Okay, I also have these docking ports here so they can redock. The little hot stage, you know. And this thing, of course, for a Starship, has 33 engines. Very high power, but it is a very, you know, very tall, very heavy thing. So it's only gonna have around a thrust weight ratio of 1, because it has these tiny little Reliant engines. If I use the Vector engines, they would clip and burn, but it have a much higher thrust weight ratio. But I really don't want to risk that, you know. But this thing has a delta V capacity of 4,830 meters per second. So this thing can go into orbit, but you have to do certain things just to get into orbit with enough fuel to dock with another Starship and then fuel it up. So this thing, I've tested it before. It can actually go to Duna or the moon. If we go to the moon, we have to do 6 launches just to fuel 1 all the way up, for it to be capable to go to the moon. If we want it to go to Duna, you have to launch this thing 15 times just for it to go to Duna. So it's very tricky. So yeah, as you can see, this folds up, as well as this right here. Right now it's locked because if you move it during launch, it'll just wobble out of control. This thing is very good at doing belly flops. It's amazing. So let's just go ahead and launch this. Okay, and here we are on the launch pad. Okay. 3, 2, 1, ignition, and just wait for it just to get its thrust weight ratio up. And we have liftoff. All the 33 engines are operational and firing. You can see, you know, that right there, how much it's giving up its power, thrust. But yeah, this thing is very tedious to work with. 8 kilometers. We'll do our gravity tilt, you know, whatever it's called. And around the 200 meters per second, we'll do around half thrust. You know, max Q, all that stuff. And then once we detach this from the actual main ship, we just have to activate this one right here. This little tank gives us around 500 meters per second. So yeah. Give you a full view of this thing. There's a ton of action groups packed up in this thing. But, you know, and if you don't use them right, the whole thing will not like you very much. Here we are performing our gravity tilts, and you see around max Q we turn down our engines to half thrust. Okay, and now we can just, here. Once we're at like a 5-degree tilt, we can hit prograde. So I'd say about here. And then we just wait it out until our super heavy has just 200 meters per second left. And then that should give us around 1,000 meters per second in the end, in the landing process. Here, you know, just in case we don't meet the right stuff for this. Now this doesn't have aero brakes, so what's going on? Okay, this should be fine. I say should be because this hasn't happened before and I don't like this. We are completely sideways. Okay. We have to start decelerating because we are just flopping in the air. Come on. Dang it, I don't think we're gonna pull out of this. Now we also got these Falcon style landing legs, but we are going to die now. Wow. And go, go, go. Now starting up, we have a thrust weight ratio of 0.87, but it is enough to propel us forward. So we are good. Now, about 45 degrees angled, you just want to hit the stability assist and don't just leave it like that. Now notice if your time to reach apoapsis is lowering, you may want to pitch up just a bit until you get an extra second, and then just hold that. You'll be good. Perfect. Okay, and then once your apoapsis is around 80 kilometers, then you want to cut your engines and then set a maneuver node. Okay. Once your apoapsis is around 50, go ahead and hit prograde again. Your thrust weight ratio is about 186. You'll want to cut your swivel engines and just leave the vector engines by pressing 1 or 2. That disables them. I keep forgetting which ones are which. Start our burn. Then just once you get that check mark on your maneuver node, just go ahead and cut it. And now if you did everything right, you should be left with 800 meters per second of delta V. And you will be able to dock with other starships, get around 200, 100 meters per second, however much you use to dock, and just re-enter, do your belly flop, all that cool stuff, and just, and now that we have, 800 meters per second, we can just burn 400 instead of 200, since we got that at our disposal. We're gonna deorbit with these vector engines, and then I'm gonna go ahead and land with the swivel. Now, these solar panels should be facing the plasma. If a bit of of movement where you don't want it to be, you just hit, yeah. So E, Q, and WS control the flaps right here. So go ahead and just set that to whatever's good. Looks like WNS is going to be used for this. Descent here. And just take a look at that. You're going to need to do a bit of micromanaging here. You know, just little micro adjustments. That is not normal. Bunch of fail. It is now 100% realistic. Yeah, we can just go ahead and glide. And just show you that, you know, that 200 meters per second we had when we had the engines on, is just enough. So as you can see, we have around 200 meters per second right there, and it will decrease as we continue our dive, or belly flop. Right now it's a dive. Yeah, as you can see, 170 right there. Then if you have the wings and engines still, just hit retrograde, go ahead and hit 6 and brakes. It should flip you there, and your engines will help you out. But yeah, that's my showcase for my Starship. I know this test run wasn't really that good, but trust me, it could be a lot better if you know, do it a few more times, practice with it. Just as I said before, this is on Steam, called Starship V4 by Nighthawk. But yeah, see you guys later. Zero Gravity Gamer out. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to tell you. 4 activates the hinge, and 5 also does, but it retracts it, and you will have to unauto strut the hinge. So anyways, bye guys, Zero Gravity Gamer out. Kaboom.